There's a word that gets thrown around a lot lately. Creator. Content creators. YouTube creators. And I've never been quite able to explain why it doesn't sit right with me. Something about it's always felt off. Because on the surface, it makes sense. You make something that wasn't there before and you bring it into the world. But the more I've thought about it, and what I'm actually doing when I quote-unquote create, the less that word seems to fit. When I go out shooting, I'm not really looking for anything specific. I'm just paying attention to what's around me, not forcing anything. Just there long enough to see if something finds me. And sometimes it does. I was in the redwoods once with my brother. Mist hanging in the air. The light was filtering down through the trees. And I remember looking up, these towering ancient beings, standing there long before I was born, and they'll be standing there long after I'm gone. And I just felt small. I knew that I had stepped into something vast, something awe-inspiring. The photos I took there are the way I know how to show someone what it felt like to stand amongst those massive trees, to feel the awe and wonder that I felt. Filmmaking starts differently for me. It usually begins before I ever get the camera out. Just an idea sitting in the back of my mind. Sometimes that idea is just a feeling or a moment, and sometimes it's as simple as a shot that I just can't stop thinking about. It lingers there in the back of my mind for a long time. I'll toss it back and forth, not even sure what the idea and what the finished concept would be. And eventually, I'll pick up the camera. It feels like I'm chasing something that I caught a glimpse of, and trying desperately, piece by piece, to see everything clearly. Ultimately, when I hear the word creator, I understand why we use it. But in my opinion, it doesn't quite describe what's actually happening. Nothing I've made has ever felt like it came out of nowhere. The moments were already there. The feelings were already there. Even the ideas were already there, just waiting to be discovered. I just noticed them. Then I try, most times imperfectly, to bring some of that back. That's why I think we are people who are deeply in love with life. We're drawn to those moments that stop us in our tracks, to the joy, the sorrow, and to the quiet, ordinary things. And there's a pull in that. There's a need to turn to those around us and say, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? That's why I think we're not creators, but rather adventurers. Living in the world with our hearts open. Discovering the things that move us, and refusing to keep them just for ourselves. Because what we discover through art isn't just uncovering beauty. It's celebrating the wonder of being alive.